Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about why I love conferences and why Neil hates conferences. So for me, we'll just talk about it and then we can kind of go back and forth and have a conversation around it. But I like conferences because it gives me a chance to connect with people I usually wouldn't see. For example, friends that I haven't seen in over a year or so, because people live all around the world, and marketers, we all know each other from around the world because we consume each other's content, whatever it is exactly. I like setting up dinners there, and then we're able to connect at a more intimate level. So for me, conferences aren't so much about the breadth. It's much more about the depth. So maybe I find a couple people and I want to establish a deeper connection with them, because you can, Dunbar's number, you can only have really 150 people or so in your life. I want to go deep in these connections. And then every now and then, serendipity, I might meet some people that are really world-class that I otherwise would have never met. So that's kind of the high level in terms of why I love conferences.
I hate them because I've done the dinners. I've been to other people's dinners. I think I've been to a few of your dinners. And I see all of these things as a distraction. Yes, there's value, there's friendships to being built, but people tend to go to conferences for either A, learning, or B, to close more business. If you aren't seeing much revenue increase on direct business from attending these events, then that part's not working. As for the learning, you can pick up more information staying at home, going on YouTube, watching videos, and learning that way. And the best part about it is you can then go and execute step by step what you learned. While most people, I would actually even pose this to Eric, I would take a bet that when you go to conferences and you learn stuff, you probably don't implement most of what you learn.
Yeah, true. I probably only do like the 10%.
And you probably do a good job at the networking.
Yeah.
Right? Because you love networking, building relationships, and it's what you talked about, going deeper into the connections. But most people don't implement. And I don't think it's just Eric. I think it's most of you listening. And I even think it's me watching, or technically doing this podcast with Eric. I have the same problem as well. But on the flip side, if I'm just looking for specific tactics or issues in my business, I go find videos or presentations that solve it, and then I go implement it. It's much more tactical, and my business is growing much faster from doing that versus these conferences. Like, I've been to so many. I don't see a direct correlation from going to these conferences and then generating revenue. And heck, I would actually say most people in the marketing realm go to the wrong type of conferences, because we're all going to conferences to meet like-minded individuals, and it doesn't really help grow your business. It's like you need to go to different events.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. So here's the thing. A lot of these marketers, they all attend the same conferences. You have to be really selective about the conferences you go to, and think outside of the box too. I think when I was speaking to the CEO of Front, which is an app that's growing really quickly last week, I think she talked about being at like a tractor conference. Now, she found out that a lot of her customers are actually in the tractor space. I might be forgetting, but it's in a totally like irrelevant or something that you wouldn't think of her being in kind of, mid-market to enterprise software. So think about that. For me personally, I like going to conferences where I'm meeting people that are working on amazing things. For example, going to TED, for example. I just said for example twice. And also thinking about, I spoke to some other people that went to TED too. They're like, oh, check out Singularity University Executive Program. So where I can really meet people that are doing things that are really big, because that's kind of, if I want to go in that direction, it's good to surround myself with those kinds of people. But if you keep going to, if you're like, let's say you're a digital marketer or internet marketer, whatever you want to call it, and you keep going to the same conferences, look, A, you've already learned everything. B, you're coming across the same people. C, what if you surpass all these people already? What are you going to get out of it? You have to be really intentional with your time, because that's something you're never going to get back. And if you look at where Neil's at right now, I don't think he would say don't attend conferences in the beginning. It might have helped in the beginning, but where he's at right now, they might not necessarily make sense anymore. Maybe right now his focus is in, growing software or growing the agency. He has his own priorities. For me, I'm certainly trying to wind down the conferences a bit more, and I'm trying to focus it in on the conferences that have really given me that, wow, that was amazing. Wow, it was worth 10 times more than what I paid for it. And that's how I evaluate now.
Yeah, he makes a good point. You also have to figure out where you are in your career. If you're just starting off and you don't know what to do, yeah, I can see some value going to conferences. But again, I believe you can figure everything out just sitting at home, trying, implementing, experimenting, watching videos, networking through Skype or Telegram or Slack or whatever mode of communication you want to use. And yeah, if you want to go to conferences to learn a bit more, go and do that. But I'm a big believer, just go sit at home and execute. Heck, I even get paid to go to conferences, and I'm still trying to stop going to events. Like, I probably get 3 to 4 paid speaking requests per week. I've been turning them all down now, and I'm just like, forget this. I'm not willing to do it. I just want to sit, grow my business, call it a day.
Yeah, don't go, by the way, in the very beginning, don't go spend 5, 10, 20 grand to go to a conference or even go to those conferences where you paid for a slot to go speak with executives, for example. That can be really dangerous. That can be a backbreaker for your business. And so in the very early days, head down your focus. Maybe you're going to go to free networking events, maybe throw your own little dinners, for example, and build relationships with other people where you might not necessarily need to spend money because you don't have the money in the early days. And maybe after a while, test the waters a little bit, see if conferences are a fit for you. And then Niels actually has a bunch of stuff written on his QuickSprout blog about, how to make the most out of conferences. Make sure that if you're going to go to these conferences, make a list of the people that you want to meet, maybe throw a side event. I know a lot of people that throw side events where they actually get more value out of throwing the side event versus going to the actual conference. And sometimes they don't even pay for the conference. That's another way to go about winning when it comes to the conference games. But don't over-attend conferences because, again, it takes you away from the main focus, which is growing your business or helping other businesses grow.
Yeah, I have nothing else to add from mine.
All right, so that's it for today. Go to singlegrain.com/giveaway to check out our marketing goodies to grow your business, and we will see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.